So this was kind of said to me that I should come out with this and talk about this and talk about basically why I do the things I do, like why I do strength training, or why I started on this road, and to basically come out and say, you know, I was abused when I was 8. Um, this I've got issues obviously in my head, and basically I've dealt with it in a very sort of angry way. Everything's kind of been done in a way. It's always been physical. I've always let something out physically. It's never been emotionally, or I've never done it in a way because I felt that it was the only way to do it, because that's what a man's supposed to be, isn't it? He's supposed to be he's always supposed to be the protector. It's supposed to be the one, you know, that doesn't let anything get to him, and that's what I've been taught, and that's what's been instilled in my head. It's only recently since I've been approaching a counsellor, and she basically turned around and said to me, you know, that a lot of men in my position don't talk about it. We shut it off, and that's how I've been dealing with it for the past 26 years. I've basically not talked about it. I didn't even know, and the thing is, she's told me to pretty much talk to you, or come out with it, and try and get guys which are out there and which have been in this situation to realise that it's not just happening to, you know, you can pretty much turn your life around, and the thing is, I know in myself, this drives me further, and there's things that I do around it, like I will openly admit I strangle myself. I get a thrill out of being close to death. Hence, that's not a very stable mindset to have, and it's something that I'm working on to stop. But it drives me further on when you're on that brink. It drives you to a point of where you either give up or you keep going. And I do silly things. I do silly things to push myself to that limitation, and I get a thrill out of it. And that's not a very healthy mindset to have. And I've been told to that's something that I've obviously got to stop and come to terms with, and it's not very healthy. And what I'm trying to say is basically I've got PTSD. I have flashbacks. I've been treated like shit the majority of my life. I've had people basically turn around and basically treat me, and I as I said, I like a dog, like an animal, or probably worse. You know, worse than an animal. I've got memories circulating around in my head of things that have been done to me, and what I'm saying is there's, as soon as I went down the road of like addiction. I was an alcoholic. I used drugs to try and vent out and try and suppress a lot of things that were going on with me. I've been mentally abused. I've been physically abused. I've had so many levels of that happen. And yes, I suppose what I've done, like mentally, or what I'm doing to myself physically, gives me a thrill. It gives me a thrill to a certain degree. But what I'm saying is, it's not a healthy thing. It's not a healthy thing to have. you should focus. You should have a focus and a drive towards something. So drive towards something else. Because everything in me. If I fail something, I get angry at myself, and then I contemplate things in my head, and basically things circulate in my head, and basically eat away at me until I get angry at myself, and then I end up doing heads, sort of like the close to death thing, to try and push myself a little bit further, and it's not a very stable mindset to be in, because it's all or nothing. That's all you're focusing on. And what I'm saying is there's two sides to this, two sides to the story. You can't defeat this, and you will never ever forget this, and you will never it will never go out your mind. It will never be released. But you can learn to use it to your advantage and drive you further. Now I've been, as I said, I've been getting counselling because I've been getting to a stage of where I'm going to go down one or two roads. I'm going to end up lashing out and doing something stupid, and then I end up doing it to myself, and getting on the verge of basically death, and doing that sort of thing. So I've started this channel up. It's just not to do with type 1 diabetes. It's to do with basically people that are out there that have had this happen to them. Go and get the help. Go and talk to someone, because no matter how much you think you can deal with it by yourself, you can't. And I've only just come to realisation that I'm pretty much getting told what or who I need to be by someone else, and that's a weird thing to have, because I was so consumed by everything that had happened, and as I said, I've been involved in drugs, alcohol. I've been involved in situations that I shouldn't have been involved in as a kid, and I was doing that to try and push myself, I suppose, to channel off and get rid of what was going on inside my head. And the only thing I can say is, if that's this, if you this has happened to you, go and talk to someone. Go and talk to someone. There's plenty of charities out there. Cara is one that I'm going through at the moment, and this is to do with England. But there's plenty of charities out there which will help you, and help you get past what you need to get past. This will never go away. It will never leave me. It will always be there. It will always be eating away at me, and you will have off days, and you know that in yourself. You'll have good and bad days, but I'm saying this to you as a person. Go and get help. Go and talk to someone about it, because I left it for 20 odd years, and I could have ended up dead. I've been in situations that I could have died when I was younger, because I felt that's all I had. So I'm just saying this to you, and I'm saying this honestly. If you are contemplating anything, go and get the help now. Go and talk to someone now about it, because it will. I can't explain how it's opened up my mind in a different way of what I'm realising about myself, and she has helped me immensely. So I'm saying this to you. Go and get help. Go and talk to someone. Go and evaluate it. And this is to all those guys out there that don't know what to do. Go and do something physical. Let it out physically. Let it out. You can always get stronger. Everyone can get stronger. Go and fucking let it out. Go and take it out on some weights. Go and learn how to box. Go and take it out in a physical manner. and get the physical and mental help that you need to push yourself into a boundary and push yourself past this and get through this. That's my message to you. That is my message, and I would please share this. If you know someone that's having trouble, or someone that's quiet and reserved and closing themselves off, there's probably issues there that you don't quite understand, and please just turn around and show them this video. Show them this video and show them of what's capable at another level. So this is Sean Smith. This is Type 1 Strong. Please like and share this, because I want to get this over to people that have had this happen to them, because it's happened to me. I'm going through it every single day of my life. So please like and share it.